Welcome to Midday. Everyone knows that one of my very favorite things on Midday is a cooking segment. Of course, one of our favorites here with us today is Faith Leung. Welcome.
Thank you.
And you're here from Moonwalk, of course.
Yes.
Which we're very excited about. And you brought a guest with you.
Yeah, I brought up my special helper here. I brought May. She actually makes all the wontons in the restaurant.
Wow.
So she does these kind of meatball wontons. She has cheese wontons.
Do you guys do pork
deep fried
ones as well?
wontons. Yeah, so we're doing ours out of pork today.
Oh, excellent.
So you're gonna see how nice her wontons are. That's why I had to bring her on.
Well, welcome, May. We're happy to have you. And I was saying to Faith just before, this is my very favorite thing. Wonton soup is my comfort food. It's my go-to. Like anytime I'm sick or sad, or I was saying when I was pregnant, I ate like my body weight a week in wonton soup. So I'm excited.
Yeah. So it's actually a pretty easy recipe. I think the wrapping part is probably the more challenging part of it.
And I've always wondered about that, so I'm excited to see it done.
You can't mess up.
Okay.
So, once you boil it,
May can't mess up. I'll bet you I could.
So we'll start with the ingredients here. Yeah. Okay. So May, we're gonna mix in. So we have about 1 kg here of ground pork. Okay. So you can just buy it from the grocery store.
That pork has lovely color, so it doesn't always look that bright.
I know. Sometimes. I mean, ours is really fresh, so we're really lucky. We make wontons every day.
Perfect.
And then we got about 2 teaspoons of salt.
In it goes.
Yes, 4 teaspoons of sugar. And we got about 1 teaspoon of the chicken broth. Now, we add the chicken broth in because sometimes what happens is, well, one, it's for flavor. But secondly, if you're making it at home, sometimes you can't finish it all at once. So what you do is you put it on a tray and you freeze it before you cook it.
Oh, perfect.
You know, kind of like pierogies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And this kind of helps keep the flavor as well.
Oh, excellent. Okay, good little insider tip. I would not have thought of that.
And then we have oyster sauce.
Okay.
Now, our wontons are really, really good at the restaurant. We're actually really addicted. We're really proud of our wontons. But part of the secret is the amount of eggs that we put in it. So it's really like fluffy instead of having these really hard meatballs. Okay. So we're gonna put 4 eggs in here.
So normally people put less?
Yeah, some people will put more water or just for the texture. But yeah, eggs really, really important in our wonton.
All right, write that down. If you want May-style wonton. And you were saying May makes all of your wontons.
Oh, yeah.
Is that pretty much a full-time job just to keep the wontons flowing at Moonrock?
Yeah, lots of energy there. And then we have this is white powder, put that in there. Okay. Now, we
Mystery white powder?
With mystery white powder now. And here we have a little bit of potato starch, and that's just to help hold the meat together.
Just to cling it all so that it stays in that ball form.
So usually you would put a little bit of water and dissolve it to put it in.
Right.
And that will help your wontons hold so they don't dissolve into the water there. But we're gonna just put it in here. Just because the texture here looks like a little bit watery here.
So, and you kind of eyeball that, see what you think, depending on the meat probably, right?
Yeah. And then last one is the sesame oil.
Okay.
All right. So once you get this all mixed up, we're gonna get May to mix it all up here for us. She's gonna pour it on here. Now, if you see here, this one is a little bit watery in the consistency. It's okay. What you would actually do is you would put it in the fridge for a little bit, and then it will help. The meat will absorb the
all the liquids.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to take the wonton wrapper here. Now you can buy the wonton wrapper from the stores. And to easily wrap it, she's just going to fan it out here.
Look at that.
Yeah,
that was great.
She's literally a professional.
I'm willing to bet that it wouldn't be that easy if I did it.
No, but you'll create really good memories the first time.
Yeah, that's just, it's like the first time you make sushi and you're like, oh,
I know.
No wonder this is expensive. It's a lot. So you're just putting, what is that, about a teaspoon or a little bit more?
So we like to use the whole wrapper because my pet peeve is when you make the wontons and all the little tails fall off and you get that thing.
Yeah.
And that's why our wontons are so big, is just because we want to take the whole wrapper. Okay. Now, a lot of people think that when you do the wontons, the wrappers have to touch. If it's not sealed all the way, it's okay.
Oh,
right.
It'll cling to itself anyway. Cook inside the.
Yeah, it's funny because we used to have little kids who came in, and funny enough, all the families make up the same names for their kids for the wontons, and they call them monkey brains.
That's what my kids. I wasn't gonna say it, but that's what my kids call them, and I'm always like, don't say that.
So
and I
she's
see you
got
have a very specific hand action there for sealing them.
Yeah.
She
so
pinches
she's-
the corners.
And then folds them in.
Gives them a little fold.
Yeah. And then we're just waiting for our water to boil here.
Okay.
So after May does a few, we're going to put them in here and let them boil. Once they're in there and they float up, you want it to float up and leave it in for about 3 to 5
Again,
minutes.
kind of like pierogies.
Yes.
We did the same idea.
And that's how you know that they're kind of cooked.
3 to 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll put a few in
So
here,
they
for
go.
timing.
And I guess they do fluff up a bit because they're quite a bit smaller than they will
Yeah.
when they're done.
They look a little bit smaller right now, but they do get really, really big here. We'll put these in
In
here.
they go. And May's making them pretty much as fast as you can get them.
I
into
know,
that
she's a
wok.
ninja. I'm serious.
Look at her go.
Yeah, actually, my husband's son, he does it too as well, and he's so fast. If you ever go to Moonwalk and you see wontons that for some reason are shaped like hot dogs, I made those.
You know
once.
that you were on
Yeah.
that day? Should I give one a shot?
Yeah,
Should I give
come
one
on
a
over.
round? Okay. Okay, May, you tell me how.
Yeah. Here.
Okay, so I
take
take
one.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, take this one.
Scoot a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
about to totally embarrass myself. I shouldn't be doing beside
this
me.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. And over here.
And then just
Yeah.
like
And
that.
over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
And then the second one.
Yeah.
And just give it a little squish.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I put too much in, May.
That's okay. We'll dump that one in right away.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on it. Oh, we put it in right
Yeah.
away? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I
Trust
done
me.
burst the seam on it.
Yeah.
A little bit too much.
So
Okay.
good.
So we're going to
Yeah.
keep working on these, and then we're going to come back and see what we have when they're done. So we're going to wait for them to float up. We'll just take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more wonton soup. Welcome back to Midday. We are making wonton soup here in the kitchen with Faith and May from Moonwalk Chinese Restaurant. Of course, 2 locations here in town.
Yeah, and one more to come.
And I heard that Valley View, right?
Yeah.
That's exciting to me because I live on that end of the city.
I know, I've been getting like so many people just texting me on Facebook
Yes.
or calling me, and they're like, really? We're so excited.
And where is that new location?
It's right behind the Amsterdam.
Oh,
but beside
perfect.
the subway.
I know exactly where you mean.
Yes.
Okay, that's super exciting. And do you have an opening date?
We're hoping for mid-February.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
We're
right,
pretty
that's
excited.
super exciting. All right, and now you're moving on to the broth. Of course, May is making those beautiful wontons. So how many, you said a pound of meat that was?
2 pounds of
2
meat.
pounds
sorry.
of meat.
1
And
kg.
how many does that make?
You'll probably, like, I'm guessing here she would use 4 of these.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So it makes a good quantity of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start on the broth here. So our wontons here are still cooking. As you can see here, like I usually take a spoon and I just brush it on the bottom. And the reason being is the wontons will stick to the bottom.
Yes.
Right, and I'll show you here a little bit. Like they're coming up really, really nicely here. So very firm. So once they float up to the top, you wanna boil for another 3 to 5 minutes here to make sure they're fully cooked. So we've been boiling water to make the broth. It's really important that you don't use the same water to make the broth, right? If
All
you
that
notice,
starch
there's
in
a,
there?
there's a lot of starch. It's not going to taste good.
Okay.
We usually at the restaurant we run it through cold water as well, kind of like pasta.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So obviously there's no sink here, so we're not going to run it through, but.
Normally you'd give them a rinse after.
Yeah, so it's good just to use like a different broth.
Yes, absolutely.
So pot of water here.
Okay.
So very simple ingredients, but I'm gonna put the broccoli in just so it could cook here
Get it
first.
started.
Yeah. We always put a little bit of veggie, and I know you were asking me about the war wonton.
Yeah, because that's my favorite.
So same type of broth, and you can do your choice of meats. Like for our restaurant, we put barbecue pork, prawns, squid.
Oh, you're killing
chicken.
me. Delicious.
Lots of mixed veggies.
Yeah.
So like literally when people see the bowl of soup, they're like,
Yeah, it's,
You know
I
what
mean,
I
it's a
mean?
meal and a half. It's pretty
Oh,
much
yeah.
all things together.
so really simple ingredients here. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of chicken broth, and as I always talk about the different soy sauce, we're using dark soy sauce. So dark soy sauce doesn't really it doesn't really add to the taste, but it adds to the color of the
Which is so
the broth.
funny because we do eat with our eyes. How it looks does matter.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then
Give her a
give it
stir.
a stir
We
here.
were just talking about, of course, our CFJC Today Instagram page. You guys gave us a bunch of gift cards that we've been giving away on there. I ran a contest just before Christmas and gave away 2 $20 gift cards, and we have a couple more to go. So thanks for contributing those.
Oh, no, we love to.
And make sure you keep an eye on our Instagram account because a ton of people, I said, tell us what's your favorite thing at Moonwalk. And people had so many of their favorite dishes they go and get all the time, but one that kept coming up is the war wonton soup. So if you would like to be able to eat this yourself and have a gift certificate to do that, make sure you join our Instagram and watch for those contests.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, like everyone always says, like everyone knows, right? You don't even have to be a foodie, no. Fresh is literally the best.
Yes,
and
always.
May here, seriously, I love her. You know what I mean? Like, this is a lady who's making thousands of wontons a day.
Wow.
Right? And that's because they're just going through them daily, right? So when you get your wontons, they're being made fresh.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah,
Wrapped
just
fresh.
like you saw them here, handmade, every single one.
Yeah, so our broth is done. It's already to a boil here. So
And it is such a nice color now.
yeah. So as you see our wontons here, we'll scoop a few in here.
They're floating.
Yeah, I cheated. I put a few extra in there already as well. But as you can see here, very nice color.
Yeah, perfect.
All together here.
Our family actually used to, whenever we ate wonton soup growing up, we would all fight over how many we got. So we'd always calculate in the soup how many there were and then divide them up.
Yeah,
Everybody gets 3 wontons.
And then we got our broth here.
Beautiful. Add it in. And just for those who might not know, tell us about your other 2 locations. Where can people find them?
So we have a location on Tronk Hill Road, which is newly renovated.
Yeah, brand newly renovated.
Yeah, we have a product there called the Red Room, so it's good for groups of up to 30 people.
Excellent.
But it's absolutely beautiful. You know, a lot of the comments that we've had is you know, there's no other product like it, not just on the North Shore, but in Kamloops as well. And then we have one in Aberdeen, which is across from the Comfort Inn Hotel, but in the Pacific Inn Hotel, across from Joey's Only. And of course, we do home delivery.
Yeah, which is a big deal. That's becoming more and more normal in Kamloops, finally. We're catching up. So keep that in mind, too, because if you are feeling sick and wonton soup is your comfort food, you can have it delivered.
Especially in this weather, let's face it. Who wants to drive in the snow?
Nobody wants to get on the road.
Right, and we do delivery a lot of places, you know, and that's why we have the location going to Valley View because, you know, we got a lot of requests for Valley View, for Juniper, for Dallas. And right now our Aberdeen location is the one who's taking over.
Let's just get closer.
Oh, I know. We're pretty excited. The design is really nice, but one of the biggest features there as well is it's an open kitchen, right?
Oh,
so when you're sitting
fun.
at the bar, you can kind of watch how they prepare the food.
You can watch the hand prepared.
You can watch May in action.
Yes, awesome. Okay, thank you so much. We are going to try this probably after. We'll see if we can squeeze them in, but I am super excited. May, thank you so much for joining us. It was great to watch you work, and now I feel a little bit confident that maybe I'll give it a try at home at some point too. But it will never be quite as good as Moonwalk's. Make sure you swing by, check out those locations, and keep an eye out for that new Valley View one too. Maybe we'll save a good gift card for when you open. We'll give that away.
Absolutely.
Too. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, both of you.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back with more Midday in just a moment.